Welcome or welcome back, beautiful souls, to the channel. I'm Shika, your conscious mentor, and today I will be going over the February full moon in Leo on February 16th, 2022, and what you need to know. I love doing these videos, and I'll be actually doing a card pull for you, as well as letting you know the top things you need to know about this Leo full moon. This energy is going to be very, very powerful, and let me know down below if you are Leo or maybe you have a Leo energy in your chart. I would love to know. Before we get into the video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, put notification bell, share with your friends, and make sure you subscribe so you do not miss a video. I do these full moon and new moon energy updates every single month for you amazing, beautiful, beautiful souls. And if you're ready to go deeper and to heal with me, don't forget to join the Quartz Vortex. Quartz Vortex is a space where you could heal it all in 1 year. It's a year mentorship, and it's beautiful. It's a live mentorship that we go deep into the essence of healing with various programs, and I've already added 3 extra programs that we'll have as well. I also want to share, today I'm announcing this amazing program that I'm so excited, and it's perfect for the full moon energy. And this program starts on the 14th until the 17th of February. It's a live mentorship, and we go with a deep essence of healing the heart, which is all about this Leo full moon on February 16th, 2022. It's the heart energy. So I want to introduce you to Rose Quartz Vortex, how to heal your heart and be a master of your heart. So if you're someone who's going through forgiving, needing to help with essence of the self of the heart, releasing old relationships, and understanding a little bit more about the most powerful chakra in the system, well, then this program is great. There are payment plans as well as an option. I'll leave the link down below. And if you are in the Quartz Vortex 2.0, this program is already included for you. So you don't even need to sign up. You'll get access to it. You'll get all that information in our group together. So excited, such music, beautiful, beautiful things. Let's get into what you need to know about this February Leo full moon on February 16th, 2022. So the first thing you need to know about this February Leo full moon on February 16th, 2022 is that we need to stop impressing other people and telling people what they want to hear. So any people who have the wound or maybe the shadow wound of people pleasing, during the full moon week, you're going to really feel that be tested. How are you pleasing the people at work? How are you pleasing your partner? You choose what's for dinner. I don't want to choose what's for dinner. You choose what we're doing tomorrow. You know, those little ways. How do we allow other people to choose our decisions and we're not feeling confident in our own? So let's pull a card here for this one on people pleasing. But it's really understanding that right now the Leo energy is letting us know that Leos, all the Leos out there, let me know with the lion emoji down below. You like attention, which is okay, but you also have a strong heart and you are the life of the party. Now, one of the things is you are willing to allow people to come into the space and to please people as long as you're able to receive that love. That's all you're looking for, is love. So love is going to be the biggest kind of space that we're going to be tuning into, and this Valentine's Day, I guess we can say. I honestly think Valentine's Day is every single day. This commercialized love day, it's every day is a love day. But the first card we have is there's no place like home. So this card's really tuning into that our hearts is our home. So really asking yourself, you know, how can I come back to the home of the heart in everything that I do? How can I tune into home as in like literally home as in family loved ones. So we're talking about the relationship with parents, which I'll go into in a little bit. That's going to come up with this February full moon, but we're really starting to see a change of love. So we have the 50 number here, and 5 represents the extensiveness of change. So during this full moon, it's calling you to change your perspective of the criticism that your family and loved ones are giving you right now. They're coming from their perspective, but making sure that you can still come from love. Even if you have a different opinion, you can still be passionate about something, especially with what's going on in the collective. You can still be passionate without agreeing with everything that people say. You know, we can still love our family members while putting healthy boundaries. We can still love our family members while letting them know, hey, you're manipulating my emotions there, and I don't agree with that, and I want to let you know that in a very loving way. We can still love our partners by not always making sure that they have to have crystals and do a whole spiritual journey like we do. So it's tuning into understanding that our heart is the most important navigator and compass throughout this February full moon. And it's also about letting go that we have to give people, think of people first to get that recognition. So during the February full moon, it's all about how are you tuning into other people's happiness and finally getting the message that your happiness is number one. Your heart is number one. So the moment that you tune into loving yourself, tuning into your heart, the glare is there. So I'm just going to kind of tilt it here for you guys. I love this card. It just makes me so happy. Again, it's the happy card. It just gives me all the vibes. But this one's really saying, how can I be more happy in my life? You know, how can I still be happy with someone even though they don't see eye to eye with me? It's all about widening the perspective. And as soon as I said that, I felt the owl energy come on the camera in this space. Owls represent knowledge. They represent the giving us the medicine of knowledge within ourselves. So thanking them for, you know, calling you out essentially. So it's like kind of a calling out that Spirit's going to be bringing you during this February full moon. The second thing you need to know about this February full moon is there's going to be an awakening that's going to happen that causes you to go into the cycle of the dark night of the soul. You might be currently going through the dark night of the soul, and if you are going through the dark night of the soul, put down below a white little heart. I do understand that even though we're going through darkness and we're shedding, we're in the season of shedding, you know, the snow moon, it is the snow moon, which means that in winter we hibernate. We're so close to isolating ourselves. We're so close to pulling ourselves away from people that don't see eye to eye with us. You know, family members that can be exhausting energetically. But what this is calling us to know is that, you know, you can still be alone and take your time, go slower during the month of February. But remember that in the dark night of the soul, you're kind of in your cocoon moment. So the perfect example of what February's full moon in Leo is talking about is that Leos love to socialize, but it's calling you to not just jump to the butterfly just yet. You're a caterpillar. You've been absorbing and eating the leaves, so eating all the knowledge and the downloads that Spirit has been giving you, and now you're in this cocoon moment in the full moon. You're cocooning, which means that you're in this space where everything is kind of shedding, in the sense that the people around you are starting to show more of their true colors, and maybe you're starting to see that your relationships have shifted a little bit and you feel a little bit alone. But know that the thing about the caterpillar to the butterfly is as they shed literally their body, they shed parts of themselves, their beliefs, what they were, their physiology, everything. So thinking of that as a metaphor and saying to yourself in February how you're kind of birthing yourself and allowing your heart to, what I like to say, your heart breaks, then it expands, then it soars. There's a song that goes in that space. So knowing that during the full moon, we're going through periods where we're expanding our heart. So we're entering parts of the grief. We're revisiting some grief that we're still holding on to. We're revisiting some pain. We're revisiting relationships that are starting to linger in the dream state, meditations, subconscious, and just seeing how much of those thoughts and the things that we're not letting go is really eating us inside in our heart. So tuning into a great shadow work prompt for you guys for the spiritual awakening card is, how can I tune more into, I'm just making sure my cards aren't all mixed together. So one of the things for the spiritual awakening is understanding, how can I tune more into my soul? Even though you are shedding in the dark night of the soul, you still know what your soul is. You can still change who you are in your human, but in the quantum, in the more expansive ways, during the February full moon in Leo, it's all about understanding, what am I shedding into? I'm shedding into a butterfly, and the butterfly that I'm becoming is something so different, something so unexpected that I don't need to know everything. I can just allow myself to fully surrender to my heart and surrender to the parts that are falling apart during this time, and allow my heart to soar at the end of this season. So again, really taking care of your mental health during the full moon, being aware of the amount of time you spend around those people. And even though you don't see eye to eye with them, still come from love, because it's not yours to hold on a grudge or to hold on revenge or hold on to prove to someone that you're going through something. We know that you're going through something, but there's no need to prove other people of where you're at in your journey, okay? The third thing you need to know about this Leo full moon in February is that it is all about understanding we're having a parenting moment. And as I said, that 2 cards fell out. So let's go into it. These cards always come out, and these are the 2 cards that have been the cards of this month. It's crazy. So you have message in the bottle, okay? So knowing that this is a very simple message that your guides and angels are sharing something deep with you, something in your depth of yourself. Then we said to the sea. So a lot of this is for water signs. Any water signs out there, this is for you. We're balancing that fire energy with the water, with the Leo. So here's just really saying that we're surrendering to this parenting moment. So during the February full moon in Leo on February 16th, 2022, we're finding ourselves that we're receiving this kind of what do we need to just do? It's that Saturn moment, it's that Saturn planet. And maybe some of you are in your Saturn return where you're starting to realize, oh, okay, I need to get my stuff together. Okay, I need to get myself, and that's the awakening. It's like you're realizing the reality of the situation. Now, I really want to keep in mind that we just had earlier this month the Aquarius New Moon for February, right? And the Aquarius New Moon was a lot of energy about taking action, being in this space of positive thought, and it's still there with the Leo. It's asking us, how can we still be positive if people around us are negative or have a different perspective? Can we still manifest our dreams? Are you still willing to manifest your dreams and still hold into the light even though it's dark? If we go outside in the pitch dark when it's a new moon, you can still see some light even in the countryside, right? So when it's fully dark, it's not even fully dark. There is still that essence of light in the darkness. So understanding that during this parenting moment, this kind of, okay, you need to get your stuff together, is going to be really the turning point to making your dreams come true, manifesting what you want, and allowing yourself to step into your heart, power through your heart. Because remember, in the cocoon, going back to the butterfly analogy, in the cocoon, the only thing that is keeping that caterpillar to survive in that space of hibernation is its breath. And where does the breath fuel itself? The heart. So again, if this is really resonating with you, I would highly suggest you enrolling in the Rose Quartz Vortex, because it's a whole month talking about the heart. And we tap into this during the full moon. Like, we're doing this during the full moon week. We start on the 14th, and that's Valentine's Day, but we start on the 14th and we go all the way to the 17th, and we also do a little bit of an integration Q&A live. So it's all that deep essence. And if you really want to take this commitment deeper this year, you're really ready to heal and you're resonating with everything I've shared, maybe you've been doing this journey for a while with me, highly would suggest enrolling in the Quartz Vortex 2.0. There's a sliding scale so you can choose what price is best for you as well, so everyone can have access to this healing. Because again, my intention is to help hundreds of you in this space to heal your shadow, to heal and look at yourself in 1 year and say, oh my gosh, 365 days ago, I was in this dark night of the soul. I was in a space where I just broke up, or I was still holding on to old relationships. I was in a space that I knew what my dreams were. I knew what I wanted to manifest, but I didn't know how to get there. And now I feel like there's such power. I've been able to see the missing piece of how I needed to detach from my story and tap into the power of my heart. So this February full moon is all about taking that parenting moment. It's like your higher self saying, hey, hello, knock, knock. Hi, how's it going? So remember that thing that you've been avoiding in your heart, that grief, that sadness, the feeling of abandonment from your parents, the feeling of abandonment from your past relationships. We're going to bring it up because this medicine is going to help you move through the breakup emotions, move through the heartache that you've been carrying for way too long. And now is your time to let it go so you can focus your energy on your dreams. You can focus your energy in that 2-2 portal, which we have coming up. And I also want to remind you guys that for the February 2nd, 2022, I did a video on a card reading of what to expect. The portal is still open during this full moon. So from February 2nd to February 22nd, we are in the entrance of the portal to really call and cultivate what abundance do we want, what dreams are we having, staying positive with our mind, which is a huge thing that's coming up. So for this February full moon, it's all about positive mindset, really listening to the subconscious thoughts that are kind of buzzing in our mind while we're at our desk at work, while we're going for a walk, walking the dog, while we're sleeping, tuning into what are the feelings that you're feeling that you're not consciously aware of, because that is what's going to create the magic if we're allowing ourselves to stay in that energy, fully. So again, a lot of you are having this parenting moment. I want to get one more card because I feel like there's another card here for you guys. As I said, that one fell out. Building blocks. Okay. So we are building the blocks. This parenting moment is to build the blocks, to start to tap into the healthy masculine. And there's 2 downloads that are coming in for me. For some of you that had a really hard relationship with parenting, depending on how parenting was as you were growing up, this might be triggering for you. And this is what's going to cultivate that spiritual awakening, is tuning into your heart. And the words that are coming up with is, if your younger self felt abandoned, lonely, it's going to be a time where you just feel like, I don't want to feel this pain anymore. But guess what? This is an opportunity that this full moon can take that away from you if you really allow it to. Are you willing to receive that love and praise that grief, to let go of what you need to let go, to gain clarity of what this parenting moment is? And it's going to be a clear moment. Like I said, message in the bottle. Spirit's just going to be very blunt with you. This is what it is. This is how you have to step into your heart. And I know Leos out there and anyone who is going to resonate with what I'm about to say. For those of you who have been, you work with your heart, you have your heart on your sleeve and you've been burnt before, this is an opportunity to soothe that burn, to soothe that part of your heart, to know that that wound doesn't have to define you, to guard and to lock up your heart. Your heart is so powerful. It's the reason why we're breathing. One thing that a lot of people don't know, 90% of our energy of our human body is all from breath. So 90% of our human body gets energy from our breath. And where is our breath pumped from? Where's the home of our breath, the building blocks of our breath? The heart. So again, this is an opportunity to reparent your younger self, to say, hey, look, Mom and Dad were going through a lot. They didn't feel loved as a child. So this is why they had so much anger. This is why they had so much grief. You were not responsible to soothe them. And it's still not your responsibility to soothe them. It's not yours anymore. You can let it go. This is such a deep message that's coming in. So taking that moment to spiritually, your higher self, to come and have a conversation with your younger self and say, hey, look, we're going to get through this together. There's a proper way of parenting here. And then this is where we have the turning tide. We start to change the relationship with our parents, whether they're in this dimension or if they crossed over. We start to talk to their spirit or themselves in spirit, and we say, hey, we're ready to start a new relationship. Because guess what? If every single generation continues to have anger and sadness in their heart, then during this Leo full moon, we're just going to continue to harness that. And with anger in our heart, we can't tap into unconditional love. We can't bring in our soulmate. We can't bring in our twin flame. We can't bring in the abundance, because heart and the sacral, the womb, are connected. There is a river that flows between the two energetics. And for us to be able to tune in and to gain the dreams that we want, to get all the abundance, Saturn's like, hey, if you do what you do, if you do those lessons that spirit and your guides and your angels are telling you, we got a whole lot of dreams for you. But you're like, nah, I just rather be angry because I don't want to take the risk to be loved again. I don't want to take the risk to be held again. Spirit's like talking to me so deeply right now. I'm off. I'm like going off of it. So really it's about having this parenting moment to build the blocks that you need for you to step into your heart safely. And when you do so and you trust it and you create a new relationship, the butterfly moment will happen. You're going to soar into transformation. You're going to soar out of the dark night of the soul into that light essence. You're going to soar out of pleasing other people, pleasing others and the perspective, pleasing what the collective is saying. Say your truth. More than ever right now, with everything going on in the world, the biggest test that Spirit's teaching us as the new earth is arising is, are you saying your truth or are you just following the crowd? What does your heart say? That's the only way we're going to feel change in this world right now with everything going on. If we don't follow our heart, no matter where we are in our situation, where we stand with the current events of the world, then nothing will change. Come back to love. You know, when you can look at something that has hurt you and say, hey, it's okay, I love you. I know you're in pain. Doesn't mean we both have to be in pain. This full moon can guide you into that love essence. Trust me. I know what it feels like to hold the pain. I know what it feels like to hold the revenge. And it most likely is not worth it. It definitely is not worth it. So let it go, my loves. Let it go, okay? The last thing you need to know about this full moon in Leo, February 16th, 2022, is that the heart chakra and is the most important part of this whole full moon time. So this is a great time to do heart chakra meditations, focusing on the heart, working with self-massage, you know, having some cacao, sacred cacao ceremony with yourself. Perfect thing to do during this full moon, working with that sacred cacao with the intention to open your heart and to heal what is here. And cacao can be so powerful. I've exchanged caffeine for cacao a long time ago and it's been life-changing. And the beautiful thing in the rose quartz vortex is we're going to be working with that as well. And so we'll be doing some other exciting programs in the quartz vortex 2.0 as well. So again, all that information is down below, but really tuning into sharing what's on your heart, tuning into the truth of your heart, and allow your heart to be on your sleeve again, but in a way that is so humble. It's not out of pride of ego. Because the fact the Leo energy is really going to, and this is an extra little tidbit for you, is that the Leo energy is going to pull out, if some of you are in your ego, it's going to literally give you a parenting moment to say, hey, come back to love. People are going to call you out on it and say, hey, why is your ego there? And you're going to get triggered. But guess what? With trigger comes change. With triggers come reflection. With triggers come this moment of the shadow where you then have a little bit more trust of light. With trigger comes a sense of healing. And there's a difference between unhealthy triggers when someone's coming from a shadow and a trigger of spirit where they're just literally working for you. They're working with you. The universe is never doing things against you. Your situation is exactly what it needs to be. It's just dependent on what are you doing with that medicine in your heart. Are you moving it through or are you holding it? So we got to let it go. We got to let go of those old stories. We got to let go of the pain ancestrally as well that's coming up. Now, as I say that, guess what card I feel called to do? You guys love these cards. This is one of my favorite card decks. I love it so much. It's amazing. And I feel called because every time I go into this deck, it gives me a powerful medicine for you guys. So let's pull out a card here and we'll see what spirit tells me next to just kind of bring us to the end of it. This moon is powerful, everyone. It's very, very powerful. Okay, ready? I love these cards. Dream and journey. What did I just mention? This is kind of the outcome that you receive if you listen to the signs that are here. So the drum is the instrument of the heart. When I do healings with people, I work with my drum. I do drum medicine journeys, and they're so powerful. And it's the best medicine. It connects us to the grandmothers, the grandfathers, the lineage of our life. And when we talk about parenting moments, that really comes to who taught us those things, which are our parents. And it's such powerful, potent medicine. So let's look at here. It's 122. Journey inwards to uncover insights and information that will be important for your path. Then follow the guidance. So a lot of you having that dark night of the soul moment, it's an opportunity for you to honor the pain that was before you, and to think about the thousands, over 400 years of lineage that you all have for your human experience. And more than that for some of you old souls. So understanding that this is going to give you a little bit of a notion towards the puzzle of what your soul purpose is, but also your path, what you're meant to step into. So in the shamanic traditions in all of the corners of the world, so the north, south, east, and west, all directions, the drum is recognized as the main tool used for medicine, men and women, to direct them and their will in their meditations. So the drum beat can be hypnotic, and it can send those listening into an altered state that can also allow them to journey into spiritual realms. So this is an opportunity for you to connect with your ancestors through the heart. So a lot of you are being called to connect with your ancestors. I'm going to actually add the drumming into the guided energy healing that I'll post for you guys really soon, right after this video. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed so you won't miss that. When the drum card appears in the reading, it's an opportunity for you to dream and to bring an inner vision to reality. So really understanding that, how are you using your voice to stop pleasing other people, but putting that energy into your reality to speak about that more and less about the pleasing of other dreams, pleasing of others in the majority. It's all about you at the end of the day. You're the one in the cocoon, not everyone else. You are very connected to others in the world at this time, and the wisdom of intelligence of the earth and her magic surrounds you. The drum, which echoes the sound of the Mother Earth's heartbeat. It does. It's beautiful. Which echoes in that space and has cleared the cobwebs, the dust of your inner vision. It brings clarity to your inner vision. It brings clarity to your dreams. It brings clarity to why you are having this parenting moment, why you are having this moment releasing grief, why this emotion is coming up into your field again. What you have seen in the dreams and the inner vision is not an imagination by guidance, particularly if has been coming to you repeatedly. It's potentially becoming a reality. So being mindful of your dreams during this time and seeing, how does this relate to my heart and the medicine in my heart and what the drum is holding. The next card we have is the Warrior card. I love this card. By far, I love all my decks, but this deck has a sweet spot in my heart. Be fearless, stand strong. What is the heart? The warrior has a heart of gold. We have to learn to understand that for us to be a warrior, we have to stay true to our heart. 84. Let's see what we have here. Don't back down. Make your opinions heard. Don't settle for second best. How many of you are settling to please other people? How many of you are settling for your parents, for your loved ones, because you're scared of judgment? This is a great shadow prompt that's coming in for me. How many of you are changing your voice or changing the way that you communicate based on the judgment that you're saying, oh, I think so-and-so will think this about me? Because that's actually you saying, I think this about myself. The warrior is anyone who is ready and willing to know themselves and do what it needs to be done in order to get where they want to be. So knowing that we can't just start creating excuses and saying, oh, because of this and this, the way the world is, because of the restrictions, I can't do X, Y, and Z. What's that preventing you from, as an example? Because my parents don't approve of this, I can't do X, Y, and Z. That is you trying to just say that just to, feel better. There's a difference between trying and doing. How many times do we say we want to try something? Because if we say we try and we fail, at least we can say, well, I set myself for that failure. But if we say we did something, we're taking full, like holding that fully during this February full moon. We're taking that full essence and responsibility where some of us have, again, that's the parenting coming in, responsibility of saying, this is what I'm going to own and this is what I'm going to hold into. These are my dreams. These are what I'm going to stay true to my heart with. Warrior embodies this fierce primal love. The warrior within, the energy you can call on to protect yourself. Even if you don't think you love yourself, if you're exposed to a situation that could be harmful or dangerous, the steps you take to protect yourself are in fact the fierce love. So the steps for you creating boundaries for your loved ones is actually, it's for the best for them and for you. The steps you take to make boundaries healthy, loving ways, to stop pleasing people and say, hey, wait, I disagree with you. Or hey, wait, I love you, but I don't like that. And that's okay. Although the warrior in the card surrounds by darkness, he is the light. Remember what I told you. You are the light in the darkness. You are the light in that cocoon. You are the light that's going to spread into these beautiful wings like a butterfly. The warrior within is made of light and has the capacity to shine even more brightly when facing darkness ahead. Because you've been in that dark space, you're ready. It's almost like Spirit's giving us a test during this February full moon in Leo, that if we are able to move through this final stretch of the storm through our heart and keep holding on to our heart, we will make it through. We will find the missing piece that we feel like we haven't been able to find within ourselves. If you're experiencing fear at this time, know that this means whatever is going through is important for you. Whenever you feel fear, you are in the verge of something big, perhaps a massive breakthrough that is going to really help you to move forward. Whenever we're about to give up is when we're about to get close to that space. We're about to make it. Are you going to give up on yourself after all of this work that you've done? You have to decide that. Stay true to your heart. This is me speaking. Now this is the book speaking. If you have a situation on your hands where you have to face someone or something that has been unsettling to you, people pleasing, coming in, people pleasers, this is for you. Know that you are being guided to call up your inner warrior. Don't falter and don't be frightened, because you have the energy to protect now and all of the time. Your guides are always with you, but honestly, you are your main protector. You are the warrior standing in the light and in the dark, holding the space. But you cannot hold that space if you are not in your truth, if you are not in your heart. So we need to clear what is there blocking us from this unconditional love, that light that is in the middle of the heart that's just pumping that air, pumping that prana, pumping that light force energy that we can encompass into our dreams, manifestations, and take action into that space. Whew. Getting a lot of messages for you, loves. Let's end this video with an affirmation, as I always do. Let me know what's living in you right now. I have so much medicine. I feel like the Leo of me, I'm a moon Leo, so I can feel the emotions of it. And I just feel like this energy is so powerful. Right now is a beautiful time to live. Our world is coming together, and I'm grateful to have you being on this journey with me. I'm grateful for me being part of your journey. And as I say that, a beautiful card came out. I think there's one more card. If not, I feel like, actually no, Spirit's saying this is the only card, and I feel like that is true. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So there are certain relationships, of friendships, of people in our life that are teaching us something. And if we are people pleasing, what they're teaching us is for us to step into our truth, no matter how much we might be the elephant in the room. But we know that as an elephant in the room, that you feel so much like yourself, that you don't have to be a hippo or a wolf, because that's what everyone else is. So tuning into understanding, giving gratitude to all the relationships, even the hard ones, even the ones that are ending out of your life, and knowing that even though you are lonely, if you are lonely right now, you aren't alone, that you are of many. And you know, we come to an end of relationships because they've given us something. They've given us a gift. And the moment that we notice what they've given us in our heart, whether we're still holding the grief of that relationship, the pain, the anger, whatever is there, whatever is living there, the abandonment, we thank it and we forgive it and we love it. And we understand that, wait, you gave me something here. You gave me an understanding of my light. You allowed me to see my light is brighter than I thought it was in this darkness. So here's the friendship card for you, loves. And this is all in the third eye, talking about our thoughts, staying with that positive, loving thoughts. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was so nice to hang out with you and to do this beautiful reading. My heart is so full. I would love to invite you to the Rose Quartz Vortex. All the information will be down below. There are payment plans. And if you really feel like going deeper, I would encourage you to join the Quartz Vortex, specifically the Quartz Vortex 2.0. That one is a full year healing with me with every program that I offer. Every program you get access to it, including the Rose Quartz Vortex. And there's a sliding scale. All that information will be down below for you, loves. I love you all so much. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, put notification bell so you don't miss a video. I do these videos every single month. I'll be posting a distance meditation video for you lovely souls to continue for your ritual. And happy Leo full moon this February 16th, 2022. I love you. Bye. Stay in your heart.